That's around when to draft them. If you draft somebody to say third round in the first, they're gonna say a bad pick. That is, but that's around the pick that you should pick them too. Yeah.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
What is it? Man, I sound pissed. God damn.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number.
Out of here.
20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Like that.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs.
That's what I'm talking about.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, he gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really frequent combination. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Now Jackson going to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And will be intercepted.
As soon as I turned on the game,
and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw?
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Hold on, I got to send this to the committee, cuz. Coon, I'm always get better out here. Coon.
What you send it to the committee, Nut?
I just traded for Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen and Joey Bosa.
Great, thanks.
For McCaffrey.
Did you poo-poo?
And they get it good. I'm ready.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
You got to make trades to make trades, buddy.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
That's how it is.
We might be good play in a pitch or 2 good plays.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be taken at the 10. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
So much of the game today We're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Check, 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 check. Hey, check Mike 30. Check Mike 39. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, check Mike 30.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you
had
got two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Hey, check smooth. Check Mike 21. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check it up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he finds Stills, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 3rd down gain of 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Texans, nothing.
Ready?
2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, orbit. Mike 20. Hey, keep it up. There we go, Mike 20. Hey, we got you. Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
That's a hard one. Look at him.
Go. Hey, wahoo. 5.
They're going to try and throw.
Open
man has got it. It's complete. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say improve the football better.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, keep stick.
2nd and 5. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive.
Wow, this man ain't starting in my game. You tripping. I don't care. You can play every week. You ain't the starter over here. Take your rest on that pine, brother. I doubt it, man. Put the time on me.
But this is going to wind up incomplete.
Leave it on him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Mike 54. Mike 53.
Jackson on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
Whoa, what was up with that?
Jackson will throw again. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Cool. But he got him.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Switch up, switch up. Mike 54, Mike 54, Mike 54.
That's all you could have did. Is what I'm telling you. That's all you could have did is what I'm telling you.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could influence somebody that much to where they
Right
like
there,
make you
54, right there. 54 Mike. Right here.
Here's Jackson to throw again. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins.
Oh, no.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
You lost him up, brother.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, tighten down. Protein spill. Check 25, check 25.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. Down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, Alpha.
Second and long. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go, Jackrabbit. Choose. Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got a runner.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Mike 20. I'm here all day. Hey, Mike 20. I got one. Mike, hey. Mike 20. Watch the curl. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Well, this one complete to Smith. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Mike 55. I hope you brought your left line. Mike 55. Mike 55. Come on, D. Mike 5.
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. You got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the slant. Move. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 3. Check. Fresno. Back. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Here's Jackson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And that's why they've been successful.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This from 54 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear
here in quarter
number 3.
I'm looking at y'all game.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go. Check. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Recon, 132 fighter. SOS. Bravo. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete. Smith has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You're not ready. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Wall, get wall. Hey, echo. Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Pick it up. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, defense.
Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Five. Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. And we heavy on the edges.
Man, it would make a real difference.
Hey, check Mike 21.
They're going to look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Come here, boy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Check 52. Rush in.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. This is caught inside the 15.
Over your head,
goes for a gain of 31. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. first down. Dobbins.
Man, that was my boy should have did last night.
Touchdown.
That's why he could.
A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
By 3.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
29 is Mike 29. You get X3. 218, chop.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to show.
And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker,
2 or 3
his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
It's our field.
Look at me. 6, deep grip.
Back to throw. It's caught. Smith. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear
by the time we have to
leave the booth.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Right there, 54 Mike. You better be afraid of me.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Stills the intended target. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
He's coming, double up. 41's coming, 41's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Check.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Sucks.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride, too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And, Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 4. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go!
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, keep 6. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Mike 20. 6 man.
They'll drop the throw. It's complete. Stills. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Go.
They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
That's not new. Mike swing, Mike swing, Mike swing. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Bravo. Mike 20. I got you. I got you. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, Sam off. Hey, Jack. Here we go again. Here we go again. Undercut. Protein spill. Switch, switch, switch.
2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Ready? Looking to throw. And he finds Stills complete. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Blue dog quarter. 5. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup and let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First down, Tennessee.
On first down, Dobbins. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Well, I got to say
On second down, Dobbins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
GG, brother. Appreciate that. You gave my boy two
It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean,